knowledge sharing in the age of new technologies is being led by culture. Now, my business is culture of future. What is the culture we're building that we're going to be living into tomorrow? And for me, my mission is influence for future betterment. So it's being led by culture, people, and context. Varieties of interface options supporting people in their niche interests will prevail. Companies will adapt to excel. Now, many of you may be B2B, but understanding B2C or just simply C or human really is how we look at the future. And we respond to how people are using our technologies. Here's my way I do the future, and that is past, it's the flow to the future. Current, past plus current equals future. So I'm a boomer. You know, you're far away from me, you can't see how old I am, but I am a boomer. And so I understand the whole boomer world. We wanted to kind of create abundance and prosperity through linear, mechanistic ways, cube-a-day living. And from that, big happened. Big government, big corporations, and mass delivery of product via manufacturing. So as we made all of this product, that's what we threw up against the wall. Rows of product, build it and they will come. And of course now we know that has shifted. As we shift then to Gen Y and Gen Z dominance, including boomer, because it's about plus. Nobody's being left behind here if we stand up and allow ourselves to be heard. We had a dip into what is called Gen X. How many people are Gen X? And that is 39 to 54. And so I started working at Nike in Trend Insight, and this taught me so much about Gen X. And what Gen X did is Gen X said, small. I'm rebelling against big by going small, limited edition sneaker culture. We were bringing that in. Personal experiences, yoga. It wasn't about the hero as athlete. It's about everybody as an athlete. And that is the Nike that you see today, innovating to everybody. And that came from Gen X saying, wait a minute, I want to be able to design my own little sneaker, and I love sneakers. And so here we are, I want to have really hidden, limited edition, specifically for me, and niche was born. So design culture was born. Gen Y brought the democratized crowd, social collaborative influence, and this is the direct-to-consumer model. Build it for the niche, but make it available in a mass option. And so we then began to have multiple choices, but only built when you need it and delivered to your door. Everything changed. And people voted on it. Now we have data. The data world comes in. Tracking, analyzing. And how this is the personalized niche delivery of product experience through crowd actions, so personal to crowd. And this generation understands how to flip big, flip small. And that mind is an integral mind. Instead of being a verbal mind, boomer, or a visual mind, Gen X, it's a mind that can toggle. So that kind of creates an instability in our world based on really the manufacturing of the past. So people say that the future is nonlinear, and this is why. So as we look at how boomers accessed information, it was books. And how Gen Y accesses information, it's social. And they have a whole new language around that. And that's a sea change. There's a new book just out. And that addresses the whole Gen Y model, really. What you do is who you are today. And to explain that, in the past, a boomer, the have, do, be model, you have to have money, to make money, to do what you love, or just to do, or just to be. You have to have money. And you have to build that over time. Retire to be who you truly want to be. Now, the be, do, have model of Gen Y is be who you are now, a DJ, that may change. Are you going to be an artist? Be now. Go fund me. Kickstarter, Indiegogo, be who you are now. Do what you believe in and love, and define what having is to you. It doesn't have to be a keeping up with the Joneses. It can be a redefinition of having. And this is why we have niche, direct delivery, and we have a whole resale models that are now just engines and engines of allowing us to choose what having is. And now the most interesting to me is, of course, Gen Z and Alpha. Now, of course, we have Boomer, Y, Z, and then Alpha, which I like that. And Alpha is 10 and under. Now, they're a generation that I love. These are natural, healthy hackers. And it's a healthy model. They are totally the do model. I'm going to do. And I'm not going to wait for anybody to explain it to me. I'm either going to learn it myself somewhere online, or I'm going to just figure it out as I go. Now, as a boomer, I like to, have someone tell me how to do it. And I remember through the verbal story, a Gen Y would want to experiment, look it up, learn on YouTube. And now this generation is just like, let's just get there. And it's so natural for them. And that's why hybrid products, visceral interfaces that are multiple, and flex tech, healthy hacking is our future. And are they looking at books? Are they looking at social? Well, as a person delivering to understand this generation that is growing up quickly, and why are they important? Because they are influencing family purchases. They're influencing family purchases because they say, this is the best. Gen Z and Alpha, this is the best TV. This is the best tech I want. And this is where you can get the best deal, because they're online all the time, particularly Gen Z. So they're about the symbolic and haptic because they get to the point. And their communication language is very direct. Our whole obfuscation world, through lawyerism, advertisingism, is not their world. And so we'll talk more about that, language sea change.